Greetings, YouTube and Temple of the Adversarial Forge. Palm here. It's been quite a while since I did a video. I've just been very busy doing other things. But I really did want to cover this subject today. And the concept is synergy. And if any of you know me or follow anything that I do, I am a man of synergy. And creating synergy is something that has been ingrained and embedded into my DNA through my practice and study of Jeet Kune Do concepts and Filipino martial arts. The first thing you have to do, though, in order to create synergy, is quit assuming that one path or one road is better than the next. As a matter of fact, it would be wise to throw the whole concept of path out and focus on the common denominators so that you can see the totality of the bigger picture, because you will not find common denominators to weave concepts together if you do not look at the bigger picture. I've posted some gnosis on this earlier today on my Facebook wall, and it basically stated that the very act of integrating roads and sidewalks into our world has set our subconscious up for believing in the fact that we have to follow this path to get to where we want to go. Gone are the days of being able to explore the landscape on your own. In other words, what I was saying was that the paths limit us. How many of us know what's in the neighbor's backyard 6 houses down? We aren't free to walk there. So even by integrating and walking these roads and these sidewalks, we're still limited to where they want us to go. We are not free to explore the totality of the landscape as we once were. The same applies here. You have to get beyond the roads and the paths and focus on what interests you as an individual. And what you're going to find is that as these interests begin to arise, they will have common denominators that you can weave together. And these common denominators really are what set the stage for you to find yourself and discover your own limits so that you can transcend them. Let me just try to think of something. I was looking at Feng Shui material the other day. The Feng Shui Bagua can be considered the boundary of the magical circle. So if one wanted to do, let's say, a working to increase someone's health or rid them of disease, they may set up the altar in that corresponding area in the circle, which corresponds with the Bagua. You could do the same for family, prosperity, fame. Give it a shot. There's common denominators within sigil magic and evocation. I've covered that in a past video on sigil magic. The point is, these common denominators, when found, can help enrich and empower your spiritual experience through synergy. Another example would be the fact that Each clipha or sephirah within the tree of life or the tree of knowledge corresponds with a chakra within the human body. And because mudras and mantras also correspond with the chakras, you can utilize them to empower your Kabbalistic or Klipothic workings, just to give it some magical oomph by manipulating the neurological and subtle energy bodies. So, what you have to do is focus on your interests. Find common denominators. And this will help make your practice, your application, and your path a lot more refined, a lot more simple, a lot more individual, and a lot more powerful. Now, this takes a bit of spiritual intelligence, but once you gain a thorough understanding of how these more complex occult operations work, you can see the simplicity of it all. And that is the goal. You want to prune the tree and kind of see what's really there. With that being said, I'm going to end this one. Palm Draconis, I'm out.